Flashback to last Saturday. Jess and Miles hanging out, just chilling at a coffee shop, just catching up and joking around. Miles looks at Jess seriously and asks, "Hey Jess, you're like 27 or something, right?" "Yeah. What about it?" "It's just that. How come you don't have a boyfriend yet? I mean, I know you're independent and all, but like, won't it get lonely after a while?" "That's true. Yes, but I just want to get to a good place before I start dating, you know. I mean, I am in a good place financially and I have a good place, but I just haven't found the right person yet," she says as she rubs her palms together as she sighs. "Besides, you know I'm a lesbian, right? So I also have to find a nice girl who also likes girls but also has my vibe," she says as she looks around, taking a sip of her drink. Miles nods, agreeing with his childhood friend. "How about Amelia? She's your vibe and she likes girls too," Miles randomly suggests as he looks away, taking a sip of his mocha coffee. Jess looks at Miles with a weird look as to why he would recommend her best friend as a candidate. "Why, Amy, she's my bestie." "Exactly, Jess. She's your best friend. She knows everything about you. She is the same vibe and both of you have been awfully close lately. I mean, anyone else would have got you two were dating. I mean it, Jess. But it's just a suggestion, Jess. If you don't like her like that, then that's fine too. I was just suggesting," Miles says as he chuckles at Jess's thinking face. "I don't know, Miles. How do I know if I love her or just like her as a best friend? I'm not really good with figuring out my emotions, you knew that." Jess whines as Miles sighs, thinking about it. Okay, I'll help you figure your feeling towards Amy out. But for a price. What is it? Name it, I'll buy you anything. As long as it's not a sex toy," she says, shaking her head at the thought of buying her childhood friend a sex toy. Ha ha ha, nothing of that sort, Jess. You have to buy me a hot cocoa for the next 2 days. If I successfully help you two to get together," he says, smirking. Jess sighs as she contemplates Miles' offer. "Okay. Deal. Now help me," she whines as Miles sighs, thinking about something. "Okay, do you feel butterflies when you're around her?" "Sometimes. When she talks about something she loves so passionately." Jess sighs lovingly. "Oh, how cute she looks when her eye light up when she talks about animes and mangas, and how hot she looks when she works out, damn." Miles just looks at his clueless blonde friend unimpressedly. At her obliviousness. "But that doesn't mean I love her. Right. All right, I don't think I need to say anything else, but one last question." "Okay, that didn't help much, but shoot," Jess says, irritated as she didn't understand what he was talking about and how unhelpful he was. "I'm just gonna ask you seriously, and you have to answer truthfully," Miles says as he looks Jess in the eye, showing what he's saying is going to be serious. "Okay, I promise," Jess says, weirded out by Miles's seriousness. "Do you get wet or horny, or does your body heat up when you think about Amy?" he asks as he looks at his blonde friend with his eyebrows raised, waiting for her answer and anything to click in her oblivious brain. Miles, what the heck, you can't just ask someone that." Jess yells at her black-haired, nonchalant male friend, who just chuckled at her flushed face. Jess mutters as Miles had a smug face, knowing what the answer already was. "What was that?" he teases as he puts his hand to his ear to tease her further. "Why, yes, sometimes I do," Jess replies truthfully as Miles smirks at his friend. "It's great that you admit it, Jess. Now all you have to do is accept you have a crush on your best friend." Oh, okay. Say it and feel it. I have a secret crush on my BB best friend," she says meekly as Miles gives her an encouraging smile. "Good, now you have 2 choices, Jess. What are they?" Miles sighs as he straightens up, then looks at her again seriously. "Option 1, you can either woman up and confess your crush on Amy, and she either says yes, then you become a couple, or no and stay friends," Miles says as Jess nods her head. "Okay, and what's option no to?" she asks, looking at Miles with a sorry face as Miles sighs annoyedly. "Or option no to. You can keep your crush on her concealed till she moves on and gets a BF or GF and they leave happily, as you wallow in self-pity knowing you could have made her yours, but you were too chicken to try and live the rest of your life unhappily and self-loathing," he says nonchalantly as Jess gulps, contemplating. "I say you go with option 1. What's the worst that could happen?" She's a chill person. Even if she says no, you'll still be friends. I know that for sure. He says seriously as they take a sip of their drinks again. I need to think about this, Jess says as she closes her eyes and enjoying her drink. Take your time, Jess, just don't take too long, Miles says as they go back to just talking random things and just enjoying the peace between them. End of flashback.